Hello everybody, this is Fernando for the latest Ghosts and Spirits video. Well, I mentioned I was going to go ahead and start these on the weekend, but I realized I had a little bit more free time than I thought, so I wanted to go ahead and start the series right away. This one is actually a suggestion that was done, one of my very first suggestions whenever I first started this series. So it was my first suggestion video, and within it was this particular suggestion. Never heard of this location before, but I wanted to share it with you here because apparently it has the moniker of being the most haunted set of woods within the world. So when you have a title like that, that absolutely makes me interested. So I'm going to give as much information as I can, including all the reported hauntings. There's a huge variance of hauntings too. So this place, this location, it absolutely, you're not just going to experience one type of haunting. No, you're going to have the full gamut. Absolutely. So what is this place called? What it is, the Old House Woods, located there in Matthews County, Virginia. So here we go. This is what is like Old House Woods. Essentially, it's a large piece of land. It's about 50 acres or so, and you have to go to the Chesapeake Bay area specifically to get closer to it. So if you wanted to absolutely find this location, apparently it's about 50 acres, a patch of woods, and it sits on White Creek across from Chesapeake Bay. So that is where exactly this location is. And this is a location that has been around for quite some time. So it apparently has had visitations in the past, like in terms of British soldiers, pirates even. So there's a lot of stuff in terms of history here. So who knows how many hundreds of years people have been visiting this particular location or happen to cross it just through, I guess, their natural lives. And because of that, there has been a huge, absolutely huge amount of known hauntings within these woods. So these are the many sightings that people state whenever they go there. For starters, at least with regards to the temperature there, it is apparently always 10 degrees cooler than anywhere else. So I was thinking about that too, because it seems like naturally, like if you're out in the open, you have the sun hitting you, it's going to be warmer, but then when you go in here, it's cooler. But 10 degrees cooler or so, no matter what, I guess even at night, this seems to make it much more different, much more noticeable. And then also, there is a green light of some sort that hovers throughout the woods. So if that's not ominous enough, if you didn't want to have something scary to start with, apparently if you start going towards these woods, you'll know you're in the right area because you see like this green mist, a quote-unquote concentrated light of sorts that seems to hover across the woods. And if that doesn't frighten you enough, apparently this light itself chases people. So if you think that this mist like greenish hue of some sort is just randomly just going across the woods and then suddenly it turns 90 degrees and heads straight for you, that is a whole other story. So imagine something like that happening there too. Also, there is remnants of old homes, old logs there. I guess those log homes, who knows what kind of history they have there. But they must have had something, because here are the actual sightings, the physical ones that people have said. If you can believe it, there are ghost pirates that frequent these woods. Apparently they roam that location there looking for, I guess, the booty or the bounty that they must have had and are still trying to find it to this very day. I guess during the British War, there are also British soldiers that have been seen around those woods too. Not necessarily like doing anything towards the people that come across the woods, but instead they are in turn looking for something, also apparently trying to find buried gold of some sort. If you can believe it too, there are ghosts of cows that roam that area as well, and not just like normal apparitions of cows, but no, instead headless ghosts of cows. So that is also pretty freaky too. There is also a purported ghostly woman that roams through those woods. You can either see or hear her, and if you want to take an extra turn towards a more freakier side, there is another woman there, but a witch. A witch apparently flies through those woods. She floats through those woods, exactly. So if you wanted an experience of your own when it comes to the Blair Witch, well, there you go. Just go straight there to the Old House Woods located in Matthews County, Virginia, and you'll have a good chance of encountering this witch too. Now, those are the purported sightings. There's still more, I guess, internal type feelings that people have whenever they're there. There's the idea that when you're there, you always have this sense of unease. And even if you're in a happy mood, whatever is in there, whatever type of manifestations and spirits roam through those 50 acres of haunted land, it apparently also tends to make you angry. So people that go there in groups, you can imagine one of them will eventually start getting angry, and it makes it bad, like a bad experience overall. But that seems to be the sense of unease there. Also, there's this thing that floats around there, unseen, unheard, but it apparently attacks people. Like, it actually attacks you. I don't know if it's physically. Most likely it seems like it, with regards to these types of encounters, where all of a sudden maybe you're pushed or you have your hair pulled or something just essentially makes its presence known. And when that happens, then you'll know, again, you're in that specific area. And then finally, if you wanted to culminate, I guess, the mother of all experiences there, if you go towards that Chesapeake Bay area, towards that Whites Creek area as well, there is a ghost ship. Yes, an actual ghost ship. It's one of those old Spanish ships, like the ones you would think of when you think of Columbus, those type of ships, the ones that sailed across the sea. It apparently floats not on the bay, but above it. And then on top of that, it also floats straight into the woods. So quite a sight. Imagine something seeing like that, seeing something where you see this ghost ship. You can imagine how it looks like straight out of a good Hollywood movie of sorts. And then this thing actually goes straight into the woods and then just disappears. That would be something I would love to see. Not necessarily all the other stuff that I was mentioning, like the witch, the headless cows, the British shoulders, the pirates, and so forth. No, if anything, I wanted to most likely, if I would visit this place, see the ghost ship. And then you've seen some of the pictures as well of the location there, some including orbs and then some including mists too. So all this stuff is located there in that area. Interesting too, apparently in that I guess locale, I guess you could call it, there in Matthews County, there are other homes that are purportedly haunted. I might do some of those in the future as other videos as well, but one of those homes apparently was owned by John Lennon, and then his wife at the time, Yoko Ono, she was extra clairvoyant, I guess. She could sense these ghosts, and because of it, she was really freaked out about it, and so she absolutely made sure that the entire, if this is correct, basement was filled with sand, so that way those ghosts could be kept at bay. But that house in of itself is also near that location there in Matthews County, Virginia. So just a little bit more of brief information with regards to that haunted location. But yeah, I'm glad to have found this suggestion, because if this is truly the most haunted woods in America or in the world, it seems to truly live up to its title. So if anyone has any more information about this, if anyone has been to this area, if anyone knows someone that has visited it, maybe even gone on a little trek, ghost hunting of sorts, or seen any other type of apparitions, maybe what I described or anything else, please post those comments below. That would be really good to hear. So alright everybody, thanks again as always. Take care.